Это школа грамматики. Скажи, что? Тоже покет один. Так, а сколько стоит вот эта Divinity School? We came to Oxford with my friend to see places where Harry Potter scenes, some of them were shot. And it's so picturesque. It's basically just like looks incredible, just like Hogwarts. We are in a Blackswell, something like that store. It's said to be the biggest room, like one room for books in the world. So this is the tree where Malfoy was turned into a little furry animal that I forgot the name of in the fourth movie of Harry Potter. And I think that looks like Hogwarts corridors, to me at least. So they told me if I have a business account, I can't really film in here, but I do not have a business account. I'm getting no money from my YouTube, so I'm gonna be filming, and there's literally no one here. Jan. Mama, I'm in love with a criminal. I'm a criminal. And it costs £12 to get in here, by the way. So this is where Oliver Wood was explaining Harry Potter how to play Quidditch in the first movie. We are in a Christ Church. It's one of the colleges of Oxford, and some of the Harry Potter scenes were shot here as well. Some of the corridors, the scene where McGonagall goes down the stairs in the first movie to tell Harry to go to the Great Hall for the sorting hat ceremony. And then this one, as I said, this courtyard is when Oliver Wood is explaining Harry Potter the rules of Quidditch. Нет, это он чуваку, который с профессиональной камерой фоткает чужие дома. Hi everyone, it's a bit of a late introduction. However, I am in London. It's day three of our trip with my friend. She's currently watching Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I haven't already seen that play. I have already seen that play, so I didn't join her, and I have my own theater production to go to this evening. It's Romeo and Juliet with Sadie Sink, the actress from Stranger Things. So I am just in our apartment that we rented for a few days, just resting after lunch. I'm gonna make a small room tour that is long overdue since we checked in like 3 days ago. So this is a studio apartment in, well, I want to say Soho because it's literally 5 minutes from Soho, and I cannot pronounce the name of this neighborhood anyways. Look at these gorgeous windows. And then we have a little table there where we have our breakfast, and then we have this kitchenette which has like everything you ever want for your stay. It's a lovely Airbnb style studio. Now to the negatives, we have a bathroom here with a shower, and it's very running. Like the water just runs all the way there. This thing is soaked, and honestly, this is just has been the bane of my existence for 3 days. And also the water is like, I am used to very hot showers, as many of girls are. I think it's a kind of a universal thing. This shower does not have very hot water. I think it's because the building is quite tall and it's quite old, so it's probably really hard to pump the water and to warm it up all the way to the top. I might be wrong with that, but I have been struggling to adjust my body to this lower shower temperatures. Yes, but enough rambling from me about this. We are in London, and London is beautiful, and I cannot get over this view. I think it's just so gorgeous. I also wanted to use this opportunity to talk to you a little bit about my study allowance as a junior doctor in Ireland. My, not study allowance, but just the way education is organized when you're a junior doctor and you're not part of the training scheme, which I'm currently not. I'm a standalone position, and we have yearly budget for educational purposes. It's €1,800 if you have 1 year contract, and it's half of that if you have half a year contract. Usually you have the half, and then in January most people will just stay in the same hospital, so they will just get €800 on top. Sorry, €1,600. Yeah, 800 double. Yeah. So you can spend this money on multiple different things, on conferences, on covering cost of travel to those conferences, on not textbooks, but like question banks that you can use to prepare for exams, on the exam fees themselves. You can also, like, there's lots of different things. They're all in one document that is available to look at. And even one of the things that I didn't know, and I didn't think it's possible, but it is, and I actually used some of my money to do that, is to purchase Microsoft Office pack for your computer. And then once in 3 years, I believe they give you €1,000 grant to purchase a new laptop as well, which is not too bad at all. I think it's wonderful. And the reason why I'm telling you all this here while being in London is because I actually didn't use my annual leave for this week. I have used 2 days of my study leave, which is another thing that junior doctors get, is about 3 weeks a year of study leave that you can use to prepare for exams or to go to conferences or to use for any, to be honest, it's kind of like depends on your hospital what kind of things they would count as study leave. My hospital is very flexible, even if you just want to take a study day to catch up on your HAC land courses, which is like an assortment of courses you have to complete every 2 or 3 years, about like how to wash your hands properly or how to talk to patients properly, like all these kind of little things that you have to keep up to date all the time. So my hospital is pretty flexible, and I think that it's just a really good opportunity to stimulate young junior doctors to educate themselves and to participate in continuous learning. I used to study study days for this vacation in London. I have purchased a wonderful conference that is called JIM Update, General Internal Medicine Update 2026, where I was yesterday and the day before that, like, I kid you not, I was really engaged. I was listening the whole thing in my earphone the entire day. I was making screenshots of important topics and everything, and it's available to rewatch, so I'll also be doing that. But I had to be online also for the duration of it, because otherwise they wouldn't give me a certificate, and that's very important. So I found it to be wonderful. So it's like, it's all good things, nothing bad. So you get the money back that you pay for the conference. They are quite expensive and they can like really accumulate really fast. This one, for example, cost me for virtual presence €300 for 2 days. They had lots of different speakers from different hospitals across Dublin. One of my consultants as well was a speaker there, and he had just like an incredible talk about his specialty. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think virtual format is definitely something that I would prefer, because sitting in a room and just looking at slides for 8 hours straight and not be able to kind of distract yourself a little bit, I think that wouldn't be something that I would want necessarily. And when you attending in person, you also pay more because they provide lunch, and it's overall in person usually cost more. So, and then you don't have to spend your annual leave, which is really, really cool, because you get to save it for when you actually go on vacation. And it's 100% legal, as in no one cares that I was not physically in my house watching an 8-hour conference. It's completely normal that I was just walking around London, and I just love that. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to use your time wisely and to learn something new and to like participate in an event, and at the same time like have a really interesting time in another city. That is my little take on it, and this is how, like, this is just a very brief introduction of how continuous education is promoted for young and junior doctors in Ireland. As you grow as a physician, when you enter higher specialist scheme or basic specialty scheme, I believe that the allowance is growing as well. I think it's like way more when you are in the higher specialty scheme, but I think mine is also quite reasonable, and I usually feel that it's sufficient for everything that I need to do in a year. Yeah, this is basically what I wanted to talk about in this little snippet. I hope it was interesting for some of you, or maybe if you have nothing to do with medicine, just a little just a little fact for you to know how doctors stay up to date and educated, and how they continue to, acquire new skills or learn new things while they are working clinically in a hospital setting.